Good morning. According to Verizon, it is 9:30, so we will get underway. We realize the temperature is probably a little bit warmer to most of your liking, and we're trying to work on that without any promises. So we're going to get started, and we're going to get you in and out of here in good order, I believe. At this time, we're going to ask a retired Duck River very valued employee during this day, Charles McDonald, to come give our invocation, please.
Will you bow with me, please? Our Heavenly Father, such a great and beautiful day. We thank you for the opportunity to gather as friends and neighbors and members of the electric cooperative that means so much to our communities and the areas that it serves. We thank you for this day. We bless all of the folks involved with Duck River Electric and thank them for their service. We appreciate all that the cooperative has done over all the years that it's been in operation. We thank you for this opportunity and thank you, God, for just being with us, guiding us, and letting us be servants of you. In your name we ask, amen.
At this time, our Board Secretary, Dana Salters, will come read the meeting notice and proof of publication.
Thank you, Chairman Cooper. This is to certify that Robin Conover, editor of the Tennessee Magazine, 2964 Sidco Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, caused to be placed in the U.S. Post Office, Danville, Kentucky, on July 29, 2022, the August issue of the Tennessee Magazine containing Co-op News edition properly addressed to Duck River Electric Membership Corporation cooperative members with postage thereon paid. This Co-op News edition contained the official notice of the annual membership meeting of the Duck River Electric Membership Corporation to be held on Saturday, August 20th, 2022 in Shelbyville, Tennessee. I, Dana Salters, Secretary of Duck River Electric Membership Corporation, do hereby make oath that on July 29th, 2022, I caused to be mailed to each member of Duck River Electric Membership Corporation at his or her address as it appears on the records of the cooperative with postage thereon paid, a notice of the annual membership meeting to be held on Saturday, August 20th, 2022. This action was in compliance with Article 2, Section 3.03 of the Duck River Electric Membership Corporation bylaws. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. The next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the 2019 annual meeting, the 2021 virtual annual meeting. I hope each of you received your handout. If you did, you have a copy of those minutes. At this time, we have two choices. We can ask Dana to come back up and read you those minutes, or we can entertain a motion to dispense with reading of the minutes and approve those minutes. Do we have a motion? Frida Lusk, and who's the second? Buford Jennings. We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, we're happy to have guest here at the meeting, and I'm going to introduce you to the people on the stage and some other guests as well. First of all, to my immediate left is the President and CEO of Duck River Electric, Scott Spence. Next, we have our Corporate General Counsel, Andy Bobo. Next, we have our Auditor CPA, Patrick Lyle from Winded Associates. Next, we're happy to greet Doug Peters from the Tennessee Valley Public Power Association. And then we have Chris Templeton, Customer Relations Manager of our area from Tennessee Valley Authority. We're glad to have all you folks here with us. We also have on the other side Jenny Armstrong, the Secretary to the board and to the CEO. We have Dana Salters, our Secretary to the board, and we have Anthony Kimbrough, the Treasurer. We also have with us Chad Graham, Bedford County Mayor. Chad, would you wave? He's in the back. We have Greg Vick, Bedford County Commissioner. He's back there. and Shane Hooper, CEO of Shelbyville Bedford County Economic Development. All right, we're glad to have all of you. My name is Barry Cooper, and I am honored to serve as Duck River's Chairman of the Board of Directors. I'm also very proud to serve Bedford County and part of Rutherford County on the board. The Duck River membership has elected this board to lead the co-op in a fiscally responsible manner, and I'm happy to report that through the hard work of our dedicated staff, we have continued to do just that. Information on the financial standing of Duck River Electric will be shared in a few minutes by our board treasurer, Mr. Anthony Kimbrough. First, I would like to express how excited we are to be back together with you in person after 2 years of disruption due to COVID-19. It's really good to see all of you. Our 2019 annual meeting was the last opportunity we've had to gather in this long-standing tradition. It's hard to believe that's been 3 years. This is a time to fellowship, to reflect on our recent successes, and to share the exciting progress being made by the communities served by Duck River Electric. When we were founded in 1936, Duck River Electric served 386 rural members who previously did not have electric service available to them. Earlier this year, we crossed the 80,000 member mark with service to all or parts of 18 counties in Middle Tennessee. I've said this before, and it continues to be true. You have a talented and dedicated team running your cooperative, and I'm grateful for the effort they have put into serving the membership every day to keep the lights on. The relationships formed between the communities we serve and Duck River Electric team are special, and they are particularly evident during challenging times. Shortly after our video annual meeting in 2021, the Duck River team suddenly lost a longtime member, Manchester District Operations Supervisor Tim Lusk. For 30 years, Tim was instrumental in training and leading Duck River line crews. When his passing was announced to the public, the outpouring of support from members and community partners further cemented just how special Tim was to the membership. We continue to feel his absence and will always be grateful for his contributions to Duck River Electric and the Coffee County community. Challenging times can also come in the form of severe weather events. Without fail, Duck River Electric members overwhelmingly support the efforts made by our staff to restore power. The encouraging emails, phone calls, and comments on social media received by our team mean so very much at these times. When we experience these types of events like an ice storm, our fellow electric utilities are often a first line of defense to help us restore power quickly and safely. Cooperation among electric co-ops is a long-standing tradition in our industry. This year, we're thrilled to report to you that we've established a first-of-its-kind partnership with Shelbyville Power, Water, and Sewer and Lewisburg Electric to establish a local mutual aid agreement. This agreement means that Duck River Electric, Shelbyville Power, and Lewisburg Electric will prioritize supporting each other before extending help to communities outside our respective service areas. This arrangement will help speed up power restoration efforts when a bad weather event happens. While mutual aid is not a new concept, co-ops usually help other co-ops rather than municipal utilities. Likewise, munis help each other in times of need. With this new partnership, we are ensuring that our communities, regardless of who serves them, receive all the assistance we can provide one another to restore power safely and quickly. In the same spirit of partnership, Duck River is proud to have joined with United Communications in Project Unite to expand access to broadband in rural communities. This past December, we made a joint announcement to express our mutual commitment to bringing high-speed internet to our most underserved areas. In the aftermath of the pandemic, we're more reliant than ever on high-speed internet. Reliable service is essential to utilizing technology to work, learn, and connect at home. Duck River Electric's effort in the area of broadband expansion actually began back in 2018 with the first phase of our 386-mile fiber ring. While the main purpose of this infrastructure is to enhance Duck River's electric reliability, an additional benefit is the ability to help internet service providers like United Communications reach rural communities with fiber to the home. I am pleased to share that the final phase of the fiber ring was completed this spring, and we're excited to continue leveraging this technology for the benefit of the members we serve. Shortly after we celebrated completion of the fiber ring, the state of Tennessee formally announced the recipients of broadband grants intended to financially support efforts like Project Unite. Partnerships with local electric utilities strengthen these grant applications dramatically, and Duck River Electric is proud to help in the process of securing this necessary funding. Through these efforts, United Communications was awarded $44.2 million worth of state funding, the largest amount issued to any internet service provider in the state, with an additional $6 million of contributions from local governments to expand service in Lincoln, Moore, Murray, Bedford, and Giles counties. This is a tremendous step forward, but is certainly not the full extent of the work being done. More funding opportunities are expected soon, and Duck River and United look forward to continuing to find ways to better the lives of the communities we jointly serve. At the heart of the cooperative model is commitment to community. Duck River Electric has always had a vested interest in the success of the communities we serve. In addition to being your trusted electric provider, we are also your neighbors, and we care about the future of our communities. One of the best investments any of us can make is in the next generation of leaders. Duck River Electric is pleased to have awarded 11 of our community's high school juniors with scholarships toward their higher education. Each recipient participated in our annual writing contest focusing on electric co-ops and how they serve their communities. To ensure fairness in the selection process, we enlisted our partners at Tennessee Valley Public Power Association to review the submissions and select the winners. We are excited to further recognize these students later in today's program. We thank TVPPA for their help. Another opportunity we're proud to be a part of are the annual grants issued in partnership with TVA for the advancement of STEM education in our local schools. These funds are used to provide students with hands-on learning in the areas of science, technology, engineering, and math, each of which are critical to our industry. When visiting these schools, our team is always impressed to see creative ways teachers are using STEM education to broaden their students' knowledge in these important areas. In closing, and on behalf of the Board of Directors, thank you for joining us at today's meeting. We're excited for the direction Duck River is headed, and we look forward to sharing more with you as we continue today's program. What we're celebrating today would not be possible without the hard work of our team. And I just want to take a moment to recognize those who have retired from Duck River in the past year. These retirees have an impressive 214 years of combined service to the cooperative, and we're grateful for their contributions during that time. These retirees are Mark Brothers, Dwight Cotton, Jeff Graves, Patrick Jordan, Jeff McClendon, Timmy Orrell, Carr Scarborough, and Vicki Smith. Thank you to these folks, and thank you for your attention. At this time, we will have two more reports, one from our treasurer, Anthony Kimbrough, and then from our CEO, Scott Spence. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry. Some of you may or may not know, I also have the privilege of working in my day job with a Farm Bureau affiliate company, and so I go to some annual meetings from time to time, and one of the things I've learned through those years is I hope these folks behind me know, y'all aren't really here to see us or hear from us. You're really here for the door prizes at the end, and so we just might as well admit that and get that out of the way. So I'm not going to bore you with a long financial report this morning. You do have a financial statement and a balance sheet for the fiscal year ended June 30th of 22 as part of your program there that you can look at. Those financial statements and reports have been audited by Winnett Associates, and they are our audit firm, and as a board, as a governing body, that's what we want to see on an annual basis, is that type of an audit, and that it comes back as a clean audit, which again, the 22 audit, I'm pleased to report, did exactly that. And I think they probably want me even, and we look way too formal up here, don't we, too, especially on a Saturday morning, but that's okay, that's just what we do. And this is a formal statement here that I will read, but it's fairly typical of all clean audits that are issued, and it says they issued the following opinion: the financial statements referred to above, not above, it's actually in the audit report that we looked at, present fairly in all material respects the financial position of Duck River Electric membership as of June 30th of 22, and the results of its operation and its cash flows for the years then ended. And obviously, that's in accordance with accounting principles generally accepted. Also, one of the things that they do as part of that audit is look at the financial and internal controls that we as a co-op have in place to ensure that your dollars are spent and handled appropriately and efficiently, and that in itself also was a positive report from that audit. And you know, they put this thing down here that I'm supposed to look at, but I'm a whole lot shorter than everybody else, and so I really can't see that thing down there, right there. But bottom line, 2022 was a good financial year for your co-op, for our co-op, and for the members, all the members served by Duck River. And we were able, always good to know, able to make all of the debt payments that we have to make. As your financial statement shows you, 70% of all the revenue that comes into Duck River goes to TVA to pay for that power, and the rest of that is for operations, maintenance, taxes, and everything else that goes into that. So we use those funds more than anything else to further our mission of delivering safe, reliable electricity to you. So again, thank you for allowing us to be able to do that for you. Thank you for being here on a Saturday morning. I'm glad you didn't have to put on a jacket and a tie. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. It's my privilege to serve as CEO of Duck River Electric, and this morning I've had the pleasure to meet most of you, and in the future I hope to meet each of you. Today, my remarks are going to be brief. I'm going to focus on the past, the present, and the promise of a bright future. The chairman's already provided an overview of operations and the good work that's being done at Duck River Electric. So for a few minutes, I'm going to shift the focus and focus on the people that are making that work happen. As was already mentioned, Duck River Electric was founded by 386 members who, if not for their work to establish Duck River Electric, would not have had electricity to their homes, farms, and businesses. The work they put in to establish Duck River Electric was very important to our community. So just for a minute, I'd like to take you back to the beginning, 1936. The first generation of Duck River Electric was ambitious, showing a strong desire and a determination to succeed. They were motivated and driven. They were innovative, introducing new ideas, creative thinking. They were forward-looking, progressive, and inventive. These people were resilient. They had the ability and the determination to recover quickly from difficulties. They were not easily discouraged. They were tough, unstoppable, and persistent. These were very dedicated individuals. They were doing things that had never been done before, and that type of mentality required pioneering and adventurous spirits that cared deeply for their community. While some things looked different back then, as I stand here today, some things have not changed. Today, I'm very grateful to acknowledge the same attributes of ambition, innovation, and resiliency are still alive and well at Duck River Electric. What began as 386 members has now grown to 81,268. And that first mile of electric line has grown to 6,324. And we need every one of them to serve all the parts of 18 counties. Yes, 86 years later, the same attributes are still driving Duck River Electric. And it takes a really strong team to repeat this type of performance, especially in the face of the obstacles we've all experienced the past few years. Some of these faces you know, some of them may be new to you, but whatever role they serve, they're all essential to making this whole thing work so well. They were featured in our 2022 calendar, where we paid tribute to them and the teams that they serve. We paid tribute to the employees of the past and the present. We're proud of each and every person that helps make Duck River Electric so successful. They all make sacrifices to serve. Every person you see here is part of your community. They're your neighbors, your friends, relatives. In some cases, they were your school classmates. You've seen these faces over the past year in some of the stories we produced where we tried to shine a spotlight on them and their teams, proud of their accomplishments. There are so many skills and abilities represented here to provide you power year after year, while also planning for all the years to come. Now, of the 180 individuals you just saw, these 27 reached significant milestones this year. These 27 have given a combined 335 years of service to your community. And in my opinion, that's also worthy of our respect. Time will not permit me to adequately brag about all of their accomplishments and all of their achievements this past year, but we do want to share a couple of items that might be of interest to you. Project HELP began in 1991, and it continues to benefit the members of our community. It's been well utilized during the pandemic. This year, almost $100,000 was donated to Project HELP, and giving is up 25% over 2019 levels. Many of you might be familiar with this fund. It's possible someone you know has either contributed to or directly benefited from it through the years. Well, last year, in addition to your contributions, the Duck River team members also contributed to Project HELP. They were exhibiting care for our community, which, as you know, is one of our core cooperative principles that Duck River has been founded on. More information about Project HELP can be found on our website or in any Duck River Electric office. In addition to these two economic development announcements, we're also proud to be able to share more news in the near future with a couple of projects that are in the pipeline. This type of work requires a lot of partnerships and a lot of hands, and we're very fortunate to have partners like TVA, the State of Tennessee's Economic Development Association, Middle Tennessee Industrial Development Association, Chambers of Commerce, Industrial Development Boards, and many others. All of this work by all of these partners help bring high-paying jobs to our communities. This is very important because it provides the necessary funding and the revenue for essential services and things that are very important, like schools, police, fire, EMS, and other things. None of this would be possible without the partnerships, and we appreciate everybody's contribution to those. So you've heard about our respect and appreciation for the past. None of us would be here today but for their efforts. You've heard about the current Duck River Electric team and what they're achieving today. We're also very proud of them. But it's also my privilege to share a little bit of the future. In closing, you're going to hear from Connie Potts in just a few minutes about the 11 young people on the photo here. They were high school juniors at the time of this photo, but now in August, you're all seniors. Congratulations. Most of them are here today, and we're very excited about that. We also celebrate your successes. We celebrate your victories, both today and into the future. These are the leaders, not just of Duck River Electric, but of our communities and the bright future for tomorrow. So in closing, I'd like to say on behalf of everybody at Duck River Electric, thank you very much for letting us serve you.
Connie Potts will come and recognize our scholarship winners.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Spence, and thank you, Chairman Cooper, for introducing these young folks. I would like to take a few minutes so that you all will get to know these high school juniors a little bit better. They all won a short story competition that was sponsored by Duck River Electric. The title of their short stories was Electric Cooperatives Building a Brighter Tennessee. And as Chairman Cooper mentioned, we did enlist the services of TVPPA to help us judge these short stories. And it's a good thing because it was really, really a tight competition, and everybody that wrote a paper deserved to win, but we did have to narrow it down to these participants. So thank you, TVPPA, for helping us with that. And I've enjoyed talking with these students this morning as they came in and getting to meet their families and learning a little bit more about them. And just in talking to them, I could tell that they are the brightest and the best. They're involved in activities at their school, their communities. They lead busy lives. So I want to thank them for taking the time to be dedicated to write a paper, to dedicate the time and the effort to research the topic, because that means a lot. And they write papers all the time for school. Don't y'all have to write papers like every day? But you don't get to win $1,000 for writing a paper most times. So we really appreciate you doing that. And we can't go on with this program without thanking our teachers. I know we have some teachers in the audience and some retired teachers. Ms. Brown, I know you're in here somewhere. Ms. Brown is a retired teacher from Forest. She was very active in the program and supported Duck River several years. We appreciate your efforts, Ms. Brown. I think Ms. Schmidt is in the audience also. Her daughter is up here. The Smiths, this is the third one that has actually won a trip to Washington, D.C., or a scholarship, 3 in one family. So we appreciate your dedication. And I do want to thank you all for giving up your Saturday morning. I'm sure there's other things that you would rather be doing, but we are happy to have you here. So, Mr. Cooper, will you help me present these students? First, we have Addison Brothers from Bedford County. And Brothers is a name that I've heard a lot throughout the years also. They've had siblings, cousins that have participated in the program, so we appreciate their dedication to Duck River. Second, we have Haley Mitchell from Bedford County. Next, Chelsea Utz from Bedford County. Raina Pierce from Franklin County. Ethan Rodemaker, and I don't believe Ethan was able to join us this morning. Next is Kendall Adams, Marshall County. Calissa Bills, also from Marshall County, was unable to be with us. Like I said, they're active students. They have there's lots of things going on, and we understand. Next is Lillian Carter, Marshall County. Seth Grant, Marshall County. Callaway Schmidt, Murray County. And Riley Cross from Moore County. Thank you. That's it. I want to ask the parents of all these students to also stand so we can recognize you, because you're the reason they're up here on this stage. Thank you. And I would like to thank Mr. Spence and the board for recognizing these students and recognizing the importance of continuing this program for Duck River. And the future of Tennessee is bright with these student scholars as ambassadors for the cooperative values. And we look forward to seeing what great things they will accomplish in the future. Thank you.
We're proud of all our students, including all of those that submitted a paper especially these that have won the scholarships. Now it's time for our Corporate General Counsel, Andy Bobo, to come and give the nominating committee report.
The meeting of the Committee on Nominations was held at the Shelbyville Auditorium of Duck River Electric Membership Corporation on Tuesday, March the 1st, 2022 at 2 p.m. The following were present: Sammy Morton from Zone 1, Roxanne Patton, Zone 1, Kelly Moore, Zone 2, Larry Moorhead, Zone 3, Amy Martin, Zone 4, Jerry Hooper, Zone 5, Burgess Quinn, Zone 5, Clint Owens, Zone 6, and Susan Askew from the University of the South. Scott Spence, President and CEO of Duck River Electric Membership Corporation, opened the meeting and explained the purpose for which the nominating committee had been called together and the duties assigned to them in nominating members for Board of Directors for the coming year. Larry Moorhead was elected chairman, and Amy Martin was elected secretary of the committee. The chairman then announced the nominations for director were in order. The following were nominated for directors for a period of 3 years, their names to be presented for election in conjunction with the annual membership meeting today. Zone 1, Baxter White. Zone 2, Mark Webb. Zone 3, Buford Jennings. Zone 5, Will Wilson. Zone 5, Rebecca Blunt. Zone 6, Dana Salters. In accordance with the requirement of the bylaws of the corporation, the committee further unanimously requested that the above list of nominees be posted at the office of the corporation by the committee for consideration of members in conjunction with the annual meeting of the members in 2002. The list was immediately posted as requested. No petitions were received for a board position.
Thank you, Andy. If you were listening carefully, you heard that we had one zone that had a contested race and the other zones were uncontested. So the Credentials Committee of Duck River Electric is charged with running the election and tabulating the results. So we'll have Meredith Collins, chairman of the Credentials Committee, to come up and give a report.
Thank you. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize the Credentials Committee. If you're here with us today, would you please stand? Connie Landers, Bedford County. Christy Ray, Coffee County. Chris Anderson, Coffee County. David Parks, Moore County. Dickie McCarthy, Franklin County. Doug Church, Murray County. Thank you. The committee is pleased to announce that the election to fill the position for Zone 5, Giles and Marshall Counties Board of Directors seat has been certified. Congratulations to Will Wilson. Thank you to the committee, candidates, voters, and employees who participated in the election process.
Thank you, Meredith. Congratulations to Mr. Wilson for his election to his zone, Zone 5. For Zones 1, 2, 3, and 6, where multiple candidates were not nominated and voting was not held, all nominations are now closed per the bylaws. So all director candidates for these zones are unopposed. At this time, I'll tell you that on Zone 1, the only candidate was Baxter White. Zone 2, Mark Webb. Zone 3, Buford Jennings. And Zone 5 was Dana Salters. Under the bylaws, there's no opposition. I would entertain a motion to elect these by acclamation. What's your name, sir? From which county? Thank you. Is there a second? Did you get that? Thank you. Okay, there shouldn't be discussion on that motion. All in favor? Any opposed? I know of no unfinished business. Under new business, I will announce that the nominating committee members for next year, Zone 1, Roxanne Patton and Sammy Morton. Zone 2, Kelly Moore. Zone 3, Larry Moorhead. Zone 4, Amy Martin and Marty Davis. Zone 5, Jerry Hooper. Zone 6, Clint Owens. And the University of South's nominator is Susan Askew. Is there any other business to come for this meeting? We'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Is there a motion? All right. Same lady again. Okay. All right. She's doing all the work here. All right. Is there a second? All right. All in favor? All right. We are adjourned. The board will meet for a reorganization meeting in a little while over at the administrative building. Thank you for coming today. Hope we got you out here in good time before you got too hot. Thank you.